Steve, thanks for taking the time today to talk to us a little bit about the new book that you and David wrote, The Basics of Communication. I'm just wondering, what were some of the reasons that you wrote the book?
I was interested in writing a book that helped students understand relationships and their lives and how to do them more effectively. And David found in a survey on page 235 of the book that the 5 things that students do are share music with through iPods with friends, drink beer with friends, check Facebook for friends, drink other alcohol with friends, and text message friends. So it's pretty obvious that the main thing in communication is friendship and relationships, and the way to understand the basics of communication is through a relational perspective. So that's what we were at.
What do you do differently in your book versus some of the other textbooks for the introductory course?
I think other textbooks tend to separate the chapters into discrete topics and to treat them separately and give them different theoretical interpretations. We feel that everyday communication is, including presentations to large groups, is based on a relational frame. That relationships frame the way we talk, the way we do nonverbal communication. That there are relational media now that people use, cell phones and so forth. And that relationships frame speeches even, the relationship of the speaker to the audience. Mark Antony's famous speech in Shakespeare, where he was trying to turn a hostile audience into a friendly one, begins with the words friends, Romans, countrymen. So again, relationships seem to be the basis of communication, and that's a good thing to put in.
What do you think students will find really useful from reading the book, and in what ways will it benefit them?
One of the benefits, I think, is that other books treat them as if they're coming to the topics for the first time. And we feel very strongly that they have had these questions in their minds for longer than they came to college. And so our job is to unpick for them the answers to those questions and to put the overlay of communication theory and understanding on top of that, and that all the book's features help to the students to work through a way of unpacking their answers to questions, including such things as the photographs, which have got questions instead of regular captions, and the students are looking through those and then trying to work out what their answer is and compare it with ours at the end of the book. So there are other things that are included. The chapter on relationships, relational media, is something that's a new addition to the book, and the one on identity is also not in all books. We have pedagogical features like margin trivia, which show the students things they may not know and be interested in, like the origin of the phrase red herring, or the time that the first mobile phone was ever used, or the fact that 25% of statistics are made up, including that one. And that relationships generally tie everything together. The whole thing, relationships help influence how you speak to other people, how you behave non-verbally, how you present an identity, how you do group decision making, how you enact your culture, how you interact with media, how you present speeches to audience, and so on. So relationships tie everything together. The students will find it useful in their studies, and they'll also find the techniques that we teach them during the course of the book useful in later life. And it's also very affordable. So with all of those benefits, what's not to like?